Welcome everybody to Beamng Drive. Today we are against the flood again. We're going to try and escape the flood in different vehicles. So the difficulty setting is on normal, which is 2.0, or close to, it's 2.07, which is the closest I can get to. Today our first contestant is the Nissan Qashqai. This is a 1.7 litre turbo engine, so we'll have to see how it goes. But yes, let's get straight into it and see how it goes. I don't know really how this one's going to fly it out, but we shall have to see. Oh, the engine stalled straight off the bat. Right. It does not want to go. Okay, we will restart that. We will definitely restart that because for some weird reason it does not want to go into gear in the slightest. And again. There we go. Right, let's go. We're gonna race that flood now. It's gonna catch us pretty darn quickly. To be honest, this is not a powerful car. Not a powerful car indeed. It is really gonna struggle up these hills. Oh, this is not looking good for it. It is not looking good at all. For some weird reason, it did not like that gear. Go, my little Qashqai. Let's go. Let's get them squealy wheels going. That is a very eerie sight. Into the dirt, come on. Limits of this is being pushed now. That water is alarmingly close though. Like, very alarmingly. I've got it pegged all the way to the floor. Like, all the way. But then it's got really bad advantage of its weight and its really bad tyres. And the power. It has got no power. We will be lucky even to make it over the second bridge at this rate. Go on. There's 70, but I still don't think it's going to have enough power over the dirt. It did not like that. It went flying. We are not making it over that bridge. Not a sniff. It is gonna catch us. I'm gonna have to jump it. That, unfortunately, did not make it. I pushed it to its limits, unfortunately. And it definitely felt it. It really struggled with keeping up the speed. I think it's the more of the weight to power ratio. But let's bring on our next contestant and let's see if that can get up and past the flood. So we are back with our next contestant on the flood. This is the Chariot station wagon, or the estate, as we call it here in the UK. but we are going to see how it does against the flood. I'm hoping that it has enough power. We are going to turn quickly the traction control off and see how it goes. I'm hoping this is the all-wheel drive version. Let's just check. It's not. Ooh, this might struggle. This might struggle a lot. I think it's going to have a lot of wheel spin, but we'll have to just give it a shot and see. Let's go. Got a lot of oomph on it. A lot of oomph. But we do have the problems of it is quite low to the ground. Compared to the Qashqai, it's got power and hopefully enough grip. It's just on the driver now. If I can keep it fast but have enough grip around the corners. Oh, that is it dead. It killed it. It's dead. I did slow on the brakes from there. I was on the brakes, but unfortunately it plowed straight into a tree stump. Like straight in. Oh, that was doing quite well too. It was gripping really well. But unfortunately, it's the same place where the Claria died. The same place. I should really slow down for these corners. But at the same point, we have to race the flood. And to be honest, we weren't that. No, we were quite far ahead, to be honest. But even though, at any point, that could change. At any point, we already know that. But let's go back and try another vehicle. So, bringing in our next vehicle is a Volvo XC60. This is the R design, so I'm hoping that fingers crossed it will have enough power to go. But yeah, let's get the flood started and let's try and race up this lovely mountain and see how far we can get before either the flood catches us or I crash, because crashing is quite fun. But yeah, let's go. I think the only thing this might have is issues with grip and power. I think that's the only problem it may have. Come on, Volvo. I've got my foot pegged. I was thinking about putting the Touring to the test, but I thought, why not give the R a go? I don't think the Touring would have made it very far. I think the Touring would have got caught by the water. But we'll have to see, because this one could still get caught by the water. It depends on how quick it can head up these mountains without getting caught or slowed down. Ooh, pothole! Okay, well, that's the end of the Volvo. I did give it its really very good shot, but unfortunately, the Volvo really was struggling. So, yes, unfortunately, it hit the tree. It actually lost control. Ouch, poor Volvo. it actually lost control when I tried to avoid the pothole. And unfortunately went straight into this small tree here. That was unfortunate. It was doing alright, to be honest, till unfortunately I tried to avoid the pothole, which it did not like. It did not like being flung. But we will give another vehicle a shot to race up the flood and see if it can actually survive. Okay, bringing in the next one, we have got a sunburst. We have got the eBay special, so we will have to see if this old girl can, well, live up to this mountain. I don't think it will be able to keep its grip, but we shall see. Let's get this flood undergoing and away. As this sounds amazing. Wow, this thing is bogging down. The suspension on this is awful. This is probably the worst I've drove. It's a front wheel drive, and it is really badly struggling. It just, that was me full on the brakes. The suspension cannot handle the mountain, like, at all. It's that bad that it's ripped off the front wheel. Like, it was really bouncy. Like, really, really, really bouncy. That's probably the worst I've took up this mountain. Like, that was really bad. Like, the damage done to that. But the back end was all over. The front was hopping most of the time because the traction just couldn't get down because of the suspension being too soft or too low, as the case may be on this. So let's bring the final contestant to the shot and let's see if it can get up the mountain. So our next contestant to come along to the race the flood here, or escape the flood, is a Wendover. This is the sport model, so I'm hoping it'll have enough power to get ahead of the flood. Fingers crossed, and it can grip. Fingers crossed it's got sport tyres, and tyres can actually put some grip down. But let's get straight into it. Let's not mess around and see if this car will flood or survive. So this is a supercharged V8 if I'm correct. Question is though, the brakes seem alright to be honest. That was a really awful gear change. I hope that doesn't do that a lot. It's done it again. The downshift's really bad. There's the first bridge already. And it made it round the first corner without crashing. Like the sunburst. You're far ahead of it, but that doesn't really last long, you know that. This is where the Volvo lost it. Come on, Wendover, let's not lose your traction now. That was a bit of... come on. It's that downshift that has really poor downshift. It's at its limit. It is really at its limit. Here comes the dirt section. I have a weird feeling it's going to struggle here. I thought it would. The question is, can it make it across the bridge in time? There's the second bridge, and it's definitely going to make it past it. It didn't do very good on the braking part of that bridge, but it has made it. That water is really close now. Question is, can it make over the next bridge? Can it make it further than the Lansdale? And that looks like a yes. It looks like it's going to make it further than the Lansdale. Much further than the Lansdale. Come on, Wendover. I don't know any further on this road. I've never been this far. So we'll have to see how we go. Of course, there's hesitation from me, but I'm still putting the Lansdale to the test. That is really close now. Like, really close. Oh no! Oh no! That was doing really well too. Really well. Unfortunately, the traction finally caught it. And it slid straight off the road. I was full brakes. But unfortunately, there's a lot of way behind the Wendover. So, yes. But overall, she didn't do too badly. A bit of bumper damage. She held her own. I thought she just ended up breaking her front drive shaft at some point, or her half shaft, but it's kept going. That was really impressive. Like, really impressive. Good to say, so far the Wendover is the one which is beating all the rest. Either they all fall off, or lose traction, or even get swallowed by the flood very early on, or drive straight into a stump. Mainly my fault, but yes, we'll ignore that fact. But yes, thank you all for joining me today with another episode of Race the Flood. We shall be back, hopefully, for another one very soon. Catch you all soon.